Hello, friends of Sudoku, and good morning. Today is July 9, 2023. It's a beautiful Sunday morning here. It's 6 a.m. and we're facing the New York Times Hard Sudoku of today. So let's get right to it. We have a 9 blocking across here and up here, so obviously a 9 must go here. We have 2 9s blocking these 5 squares, and we have these 2 9s blocking these 2 squares. So a 9 must go in this square here. Now we got a 9 here, but we also have 2 9s blocking across here. So here's a 9. This 9 blocks up, this 9 blocks down, this 9 blocks across. Here's a 9. And now we got 2 9s blocking across here and 1 9 blocking down. So the last 9 of this grid goes here. That was rather easy, wasn't it? We got a couple of 2s blocking these 5 squares, and this 2 blocks this square, so here's a 2. 4 must go down here, and therefore here or here. 1 blocks here, so one of these is going to be a 1. That might be of some help later on. I'm noticing once again the setters, or rather the computer program, neglected to put in an 8 in this grid. So we'll have to figure out where those go. There are 2 5s blocking these 5 squares here. So here's a 5. And we have a 5 blocking up. So here goes a 5 in one of these squares, and therefore down here somewhere we have a 6 for this square because of these 2 squares blocking across, right? So here's a 6. Now we got 6 here or here. We also have a 7 here or here, and this is why. This 7 blocks down, this 7 blocks across, one of these is a 7. So now we got a virtual 7 here and a 7 here blocking all of these squares. And this 7 blocks this square. So these 2 are candidate squares for 7. A 3 must go here or here. We only have the 1 3, but we also know that a 3 must go up here somewhere. So we got 5 and 3 down here. Let's see. And well, a 2, of course, must go here. I just noticed there's 2 blocks here, here, and here, and there's 2 blocks here. So here's a 2. And that gives me a 2 up here because this 2 blocks up, this 2 blocks up, and this 2 blocks across. So here's a 2, yes. Now we have 2 candidates in these squares. Here we're looking for a 3, 4, and an 8. So a 4 can't go here, and a 4 can't go here. 4 must go here or here. Can we use that for anything? I wonder. 5 here or here, by the way. I'm just seeing that. Oh, while I'm looking at the 5, my eye is catching this 6 blocking across and this 6 blocking down. So here's a 6, right? Now we got 6s in these 2 squares, and we got 8 and 4 in these 2 squares. So we're a little closer to finding the first 8, but that's all. I'm seeing 1 and a 7 blocking across here. And the 1 is blocking down here. So a 1 must go in one of these squares, but the 7, well, a 7 could potentially also go here. So there's no joy. 3, 5, 4, 8 across here. 5, 3, this is a 4, 8. I think I'll have to look elsewhere for the next digit. One of these is a 1 because of this 1 blocking up. 3 and 8 up here. I'm seeing a lot of 5, 6, and 7 kind of patterns. And I wonder if they have any effect on column 3, because we only have 3 givens for the column. But look here, we've got a 5 and a 6 here blocking this square. We've got a 5 and a 6 blocking this square. We've got 5 and a 6 blocking this square. So 5s and 6s are kind of limited, aren't they? So if we take the 5 and a 6 out of the equation, we are left with a 1, 3, 7, and a 2. Well, 2 blocks here, 2 blocks here, and here, and here. I wonder if I can make sense of this. And I think I can. Look here. Here we are looking for a 4, 3, 8. And we have a 4 here, so this is the 3, 8. Here across, we're looking for a 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. And we got a 7 and a 4 blocking here, and a 1, 1, 7, 4. So this is a 3, 8. This is a 3, 8. Now we got the equivalent of 5 givens for the column. That's a lot better than 3, isn't it? So we got 3, 8 here, 3, 8 here. We know that 7 and 6 must go up here because they obviously can't go here. And we also have 5s and 6s and 2 blocking here. So let's have a look at this square. It cannot be an 8 and it cannot be a 3 for obvious reasons. Namely, 8 and 3 must share these 2 squares. So it cannot be a 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, 6. It could be a 7, but not an 8 and not a 9. Yeah, here's a 7. That was nice. I think that's a good find because now we know that this is a 7 and we know that this is a 7. And now we have a 7 here, don't we? Yes, 7 blocks over and over and down. Here's a 7. And these were 1s, right? And what's more, we now have 7 candidates in these 2 squares and in these 2 squares. 3, 8, 3, 8, 2, 5, 6. At this time, I don't think I can get any further with column 3, but I can do something with the 6s because this 6 blocks across, this 6 blocks up, so here's a 6. And we know that a 6 had to go in one of these squares, so the 6 is destined for this square. Now we've got a 2, 5 here and a 2, 5 here. The 2 blocks here, so here's a 5, here's a 2. That was neat. And now 8, 3 here and 8, 3 here, of course. So 2 here or here, and also here or here. 1, 3, 8 here. 1, no, I don't think I can do anything with that. But a 3, 8, and a 4 here. Let's see, 3. Also not really. Well, hang on. One of these is a 4, so we got 4s here, don't we? And actually, we were talking about 4s before, weren't we? Because this 4 blocks here, this 4 blocks here. So the only square available for a 4 in column 6 is going to be right here. Now we got a 1, no, we got a 3, 8, and a 5 across here, making these a 1 and a 4. And these must be a 1 and an 8. We still haven't entered a single 8 yet, but we have figured out a few places where an 8 can go. That's quite neat. 5 here or here. Oh, by the way, the 5 blocks across here and up here. So here's a 5. That was nice. Now we have these squares must be 3, 8, and a 4. 3 and 4 both block this square. It must be an 8. And now we have a 3 and a 4 for these squares. The 4 blocks up, of course. Here's a 3, here's a 4, and now we have a 4 here and therefore a 1 here because we just figured those two out, didn't we? This must be an 8, and therefore this must be a 1. So now we got 4s and 3s in these squares. 3 blocks down, of course, so no. I'm a little slow this morning, but I'm not too slow to figure out that this square has got to be an 8. And therefore, these must be a 4 and a 3. The 4 blocks down, so the 3 goes here and the 4 here. 3, 5, 8 here. Lots of 3s and 8s, right? 1, 5, 7, 8. 1, 7 here, this is a 5, 8. 1, 7 here, this is a 5, 8. 1, 7, therefore, must go here, right? Therefore, this is an 8 and a 5. And it's quite clear that this 5 forces an 8, therefore, to go here, and a 5 goes here. So now we got 8s blocking across and down. Here is an 8. Now we got the 8 up here. And that means that this must be a 3. We also have 3s here or here now. So 8 blocks up and over. Here's an 8, and therefore an 8 goes here, and this is also an 8. This now must be a 3, 5. The 5 blocks up. Here's a 3, here's a 5. Therefore, a 5 goes here. And what about the 3s? 3 must go here because of these 3s blocking. Eh? Now we got 3 and 4 here. But the 3 blocks here, doesn't it? So here's a 4, here's a 3. And now this must be a 4. We know that this is a 1, of course, now. And this square must be a 3. We are almost there. 7 and 1. 7 here or here. 1 here, here. So 1 here or here. And the other digit is a 2. This 2 blocks across, so that is a 1 here, and here's a 2, and this is a 1. Therefore, this is a 7. This can only be a 4. These were, I believe, a 1 and a 2. The 2 blocks across. So here's a 1, here's a 2, and here we're looking for a 7 and a 3. 3 blocks over. Here's a 7, here's a 3. Very neat puzzle today. A little different from the previous days. Not harder, not easier, but it had a certain kind of charming logic, I think. Anyway, we are done with it, and I'll see you back here tomorrow, I hope. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.